Hey everyone, this is Sonia here from GrowingCraft, and I really hope you all are doing good. So today we are going to do an art journal. It's been quite long we did that. So this is in an Indian theme. Now before we start this tutorial, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you guys do not miss out any of our updates on our new tutorials and our posts. Now coming back to this tutorial, so first we are doing some background coloring. So for this I have used my blue color chalk paint. If you want, you can even use your watercolors, but I really like chalk paints when I work with my background creating. So you can dilute the colors and use the way you want it. Chalk paints are one of the best mediums when it comes to creating the background. Whether it's the decoupage art or your art journal making or your paper crafting, I love using my chalk paints. Now here I'm using my heat gun to just blend in everything really well. So once my base was dried out, here I'm using one of these stencils and I'm using the dye base ink pad, and I'm trying to create an beautiful background for my layout. So as it's an Indian wedding theme, so of course in Indian wedding usually what we do is the more of red and greens and yellows. So here I thought of blending some different shades, so that's the reason I'm going for the blue and the white color, and of course adding a tinge of yellow around it. So you can check all these supplies on our website at growingcraft.com. So once I'm happy with my layouting, I'm just going to add some more tinge of yellow orange color on my background, and this is going to look gorgeous. If you are new to the art journal, please do make sure that you prep up your base with your gesso. How to do that, you can check out my channel for those tutorials. You can even check out my previous videos where I have done a lots of color blending with just the ink pads, even with the watercolor, with the alcohol ink, and trust me, they all look super gorgeous. So I'm just highlighting some of the edges, and once I'm done with that, I'm going to use my massive stamps. This is one of the best thing what you can have when it comes to your any form of artwork creating. So here I'm just doing my permanent ink stamping with my massive stamps, and I'm going to use a lot of transfer sheets in this tutorial. Yes, when it comes to our journal, usually what we do is we use the cutouts. So I am going to do that, but right now we are going to use a lot of water transfer sheets. What you need to do is just peel off the upper layer of the plastic sheet and then stick it very well to your base, and just dip it in water for a few seconds and they are good to go. Tada! But before that, you need to make sure that your base has dried out really well. You cannot stick your transfer sheets on any of the wet surfaces. So once my layering was done, once my color blending was done, then I did this transfer sheet work. And as here you can see, I'm like literally dipping out my transfer sheets on with water and just slide it down, and you have such a gorgeous and a beautiful layout. Now once I'm done with my first layer of transfer sheets, I'm going to add on some on the top of it. Now here is a myth that whenever you're doing your transfer sheets, you cannot layer it. So in this art journal, you will see a lot of layering with the transfer sheets, and trust me, whenever you use your water transfer sheets, layering is one of the gorgeous thing when you which you can do on your layouts. So here, as it's a background and the theme is of wedding, of course, how can I miss out the florals? That's the reason I'm using a lot of florals. So in Indian wedding, or be it with any wedding, florals are something which you can really relate to, and that's the reason I thought of using a lot of transfer sheets here. So the technique is same, it's just you need to layer it up and create a beautiful background around your focal point. Now once I'm done with this, of course I'm going to use some of my fussy sheets. How to do the fussy sheets you can check out on our Instagram. Now meanwhile, if you don't know that we are also there on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, and please do follow us on all the social media so that you can check out our different techniques. Now here, once I'm adding my fussy sheets, I'm just trying to cut it, use it as and when I want, and I'm going to make sure that I'm going to create a beautiful background, as I'm going to have a beautiful and a lovely couple as a center motif. Now once I am done with my sticking work, I'm going to add some more leaves. You can even use your transfer sheets for that, but it's completely optional. If you want to add more transfer sheets, you can definitely do that. But here I just thought that adding a little more of fussy sheets are going to add a little more depth to my project. That's the only reason. And you can see with the transfer sheets, anyways, I have created such a beautiful background. So even my motif sheets are literally like highlighting. Don't miss out the background stamping. So yes, whenever it comes to the massive stamping, I love using the different techniques. Later on you will be seeing me using few more massive stamping for my art journal making, and I absolutely love it. So art journal is all about creating different layouts, different backgrounds, playing with the different mediums, and coming to a point where you have your main focal design which you are going to highlight. So that's the best way of using. So as I was talking about the focal point, so this is my focal point. So I'm going to just add my adhesive, my gel medium on the back of it, and I'm going to make sure that I have a good amount of adhesive so that I can stick this well. Now gel mediums are really important, do not miss out on that. And yes, you need to make sure that you use your felt brushes so that you can stick this really well. You really don't need too many craft tools whenever you're doing your art journaling, and just like sticking your sentiments for your fuzzy cards, your literally like just the basic tools are good enough. Like I said, I'm going to use a lot of massive stamping. So here is another massive script stamp which I'm using as a background. So here in this project I have used three different stamping, and they are of like completely different genre. So you will see that how beautiful the massive stamping helps in creating a beautiful background. So whenever I use my stamping, I try to use the permanent inks, and whenever I do the color blending, I try to use the dye based ink pads or the regular impacts. They really blend well with your backgrounds. So here you can see I have like created such a cute little background, such a beautiful background with the just few very few shades of colors. So meanwhile, do check out our website for all these craft supply. And here comes my third massive stamp. This is the butterfly stamp, so it has a lot of butterflies of different shapes and sizes. So I just picked up having some few cute little butterflies flying around and adding some more beneath too. So this is the fun way of stamping. With stamping and your stencils, you can create such an amazing background. Try out these stamps, you guys are going to love it. Now, of course, I love adding the white color splashes. So here I have used my white color gesso, and I've added a lot of water to it and just doing some white color splash. I know in the tutorial showing everything is not possible, so do check out the pictures which I have shared at the end of the tutorial, and you will see how gorgeous this layout has turned out to be. Now, of course, I wanted to add some depth to my focal point, the couple. So I am adding a lot of blue and white color gesso. So it's a white color gesso added to the same blue color what we had used for the background. So this way, whenever I use my colors, I pick up my colors. I do not clean my brushes. I do not clean my plates immediately unless until I am done with that project. That really helps me in adding and doing a lot of color blending. So this is one of the great way of using your same colors and going with the flow, creating the same background with the same colors and the supplies. So here you can see my layout is looking so gorgeous, so beautiful. So just whatever the extra colors there, you can always clean that off with your wet wipe or your tissues, and they are so good to go. Now here, like I said, I loved using the blue color. If you want, you can play around with the different shades. I even felt that the orange color is going to go so well with this. So as I said, do not forget to check out us on other social medias, and with my white color highlighters, I'm just adding a touch of highlights and we are done. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Do let me know your feedbacks in the comment section. Let me know if you want me to create something really special. I would love to do that. Meanwhile, do check out our website growingcraft.com for all these supplies. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care and bye bye.